Why are you leaning into me? Okay, so before we get started, do me a favor, just read this out loud before we get started. Just read it out loud. Out loud. Like verbally out loud.
Yeah, I, Mark Hazard, have not been threatened nor induced into doing this interview.
Yes.
David is not holding my medication ransom until I finish this video discussion. I am happy to spend quality time with my son-in-law and doing things for his Bond channel. It's a true pleasure.
Thank you. All right, folks. So
You heard it here.
David Zritsky for the Bond Experience. I'm back with Mark Hazard. This is I'm not forcing him to do this, but this is something that a lot of you have been asking.
This is not Robert De Niro.
It isn't, although
No.
he does do a mean impression. And by the way, you requested to wear those sunglasses, the Barton Pereira ones.
Well, you got, yeah,
These are James Bond sunglasses.
they are.
Check this out. I've got my, don't. What are you
Wait.
doing?
Wait a second.
Okay.
Relax.
No, I can't relax. Stop. Hold on a second. This is the sound. So literally all they're going to hear is you rustling through that.
Oh, all right.
So
well,
zip up again. We'll do that. I'll edit that out. But so don't touch the microphone ever again, because all they're going to hear is like scraping. All right, here we go. Look at this. He's styling, and you've got a Barton Pereira case.
That's correct.
And did the company send you that? The case. Look at
Let me
that.
see.
Wow. Have you ever been
Yes,
so
they got-
surrounded? So your last videos, the brands have just been starting to shower you with love and appreciation and gifts. Have you been enjoying that here?
Oh, yeah, I love them. I wear them all the time.
Do you want to put those on? They make you look 20 years younger. Maybe. But seriously, I'm doing this video not because I want to, God forbid. It is because so many people have been asking me, where is Mark Hazard? What have you been doing with him since GATHERALL? You made so many friends at GATHERALL. What have you been doing in your life?
As opposed to what?
Come on, don't play coy this time. Last time I was like pulling teeth. What have you been doing? Like, what have you been busy up to? Did you fall down a ravine and get stitches in your hands?
I did.
You did, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
This guy's James Bond over here. What happened? You were
I
taking
fell.
a walk and you fell
Yeah,
down a cliff, pretty much.
correct.
And you and instead of
I
like
stitched my hand.
stitch his hand. Now you and I would have been in an ambulance crying. You just went, and then you just kept walking.
And they did some nice stitch work.
Unbelievable, rough and tumble this guy is. And you just celebrated a birthday,
Yes, 82.
82 years of age. So let me ask you a question. I mean, and a lot of people have asked me this, and I can't believe we haven't talked about it yet. You were alive and thriving. You still are. But you were alive and thriving in the 60s when James Bond first came out. Do you remember watching them in the movies?
Yes. I watched the first one, Dr. No, and I got hooked.
Like right away.
Yeah.
What was it about Dr. No that pulled you in?
No, it was that era was the beginning of all the spy movies. Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Not a lot of people know Michael Caine.
And even
Did you have a moment?
I'm thinking, yeah.
Okay, you malfunctioned for a second.
Yeah,
You can run for politics now.
exactly.
You,
I'm.
now I got to edit that out
You're gonna have to.
because we're not one way or the other. It's
Yeah,
no politics, no religion,
apolitical, correct.
Apolitical.
Dean Martin, I think he was also.
Yes.
He had a few movies.
He did.
Spy movies.
He did. He did. Those were really fun. They were very
They
styled.
were. Yeah, they were.
What about In Like Flint?
In Like
Our Man
Flint, yes. There were James Coburn.
James Colburn.
There were
Did
a few
you watch
of those.
all those in the
Yes,
theater?
I did.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And were these like events for you? Like you would get excited when you would see the posters and
No, it was just that was the genre of the times, and people enjoyed going to movies. Today, you watch everything at home on a large screen TV.
that's
so-
right. You just stream it when you want to.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you've gone into the point of your life, and it sounds more romantic than it is, but your wife goes to another floor of the house.
Well, she's got her space, and then I have
You've
mine.
got your space, and you guys don't really watch shows together.
Correct.
Because you're watching like blow up detective movies like Marlowe.
Well, that was a nice movie. It was a period piece.
Yeah.
I enjoyed.
Do you ever
that,
watch a
yeah.
nice rom-com with your wife, your beautiful wife?
Well, the beautiful part, yeah, but rarely though.
All right, that's honest. By the way,
I enjoy them on occasion, but you know.
we have done something very wrong with this video, besides
What?
having you on. We have not done a watch check. I am wearing the beautiful blue Aquaterra from Skyfall. And what are you wearing?
I'm wearing a skeletonized version of your watch, but it's an Invicta.
Hold that up. That is nice. We actually have a lot of people that
Yeah.
have Invictus
And then-
because they really are a nice
Yeah.
homage to Rolex. And correct me if I'm
And
wrong,
they're-
it's a pretty good rough tumble real watch.
It is, and it's got the Jubilee band, like the
Yes.
Rolex. You know,
Now we've told this story before, but just as a reminder to new audience members, you had a Rolex 5513, the original no date, like Live and Let Die,
correct.
and you got it. How much did you buy it for originally?
It was $75. Bought in Hong Kong, and I had the Jubilee band put on.
Do you remember what
when I
year
came
this
in.
was?
It was
give
in
or take?
'67.
67.
Yeah, and there were brought over from Hong Kong,
Right.
and I think the duty on it was like $15 because the jewels at the time, if you were under a certain, I think there was under 17 jewels, you didn't have to pay the excise duty tax
Oh
on
my
it.
gosh, is that right?
So they made them specifically for that, for
I didn't even know that.
importing. And then they were kind of rare, those movements. And that's why they, you know, if you can find one, they sell for a lot.
They do.
Steve McQueen's, I think, sold for $250,000.
It was crazy.
Which is, yeah, it was
and you
outrageous.
actually wound up selling your Rolex for a little bit less than
For parts,
$250,000.
yeah, for about $250. Yep.
I mean, even as a
That's many years ago.
piece, many years ago. We don't
Yeah.
we don't ever think about that. I mean, listen, you've done some no regrets, right? In
No,
anything that you
of course not.
because it's just things.
Exactly.
But let me ask you a thing. As a and you do like things. I mean, you know, you like accessories, watches, clothing, nice.
But I'm not
sunglasses.
obsessed with it.
You're not obsessed. You're just short of that, which I love that. But because of that, is there anything from the world of James Bond that you crave for? That if somebody gave it to you for your 82nd birthday, you'd be like, oh, thank you.
No, can't think of anything.
Well, try, because I mean, this video will be very short otherwise. Anything at all? Nothing.
No.
Your adoration of your son-in-law? Nothing?
Well, I'm happy that he enjoys what he does. And, you know, that's admirable that you found something that really is,
Keep me off the street.
yeah, that,
Yeah,
yes.
keep me from riding the dragon, as they say. Well, all right. So based on that, you've actually infiltrated, and I'll use that word as opposed to penetrated because HR is watching, the world of James Bond by coming to last year's GATHERALL. And it surprised you, didn't you? How much fun you had.
Oh, I enjoyed myself. There were a lot of interesting people I met. And, yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, and you had people like from the armed forces, you had police, you had people from the CIA, and you found that there were kismet. There were these people that you could really connect with.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, interesting. People with interesting occupations. And, yeah.
You even
Oh,
helped
nice.
a young group of Bond aficionados talking about boots. Do you remember that?
No,
Well, you were pretty drunk. Actually, you had no drinks at all.
exactly.
You were sober the whole time, but you stayed there a lot longer than you expected, I think, because it was a lot of fun for you.
It was.
You know, you haven't been subpoenaed for this. You could actually expand on any one of these answers. Will you be coming? And this is the big question everybody wants to know. We don't need commitments. Will you be coming to this year's GATHERALL?
Stay tuned.
What does that mean? Does it depend on where it is?
That's
Okay.
a consideration, yeah.
I mean, if
Denver.
it's a mile from your house, will you attend?
I would attend if it was a mile from my house.
If it was 90 miles from your house, would you attend?
I don't know.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right. I do have a question, and this is a tough one, and I told you I'd be peppering you with some difficult ones. At GATHERALL, would you make yourself a part of a panel of experts in the world of, you know, certain skill sets if they asked you?
Well, I wouldn't be adverse to it.
So you would get in front of a room of 200 people and answer as well as you're answering me like right now,
Well, hopefully.
being of sound mind. Yeah. I mean, would it help to have a martini, do you think, before an event like that? No.
I don't know.
Because you're not a drinker.
If it was shaken and not stirred, perhaps.
Is that the only quote you know? What is
don't
your
know.
favorite Bond quote?
I don't have any.
You just did it, right? That was the one you had?
No. I
All right.
really don't know.
Last question. Promise. Promise, because we're torturing everyone, including you. If you were to put on a James Bond film right now, what is the one James Bond film that you always get great pleasure out of, that you could go back to time and time again?
I probably wouldn't watch any of them again.
All right. Take two. Stop.
Yeah.
I got to edit that out now.
Yes,
This
you
is a
do.
James Bond channel.
Right.
Okay. Do you want me to give you a movie that you can then say to them?
Which one do you want me to
No,
say?
just like, what the one do you like?
I like them all.
I will take
But
your
probably-
medication from you. The life-saving ones. You like them all, but you got to say like one. You got to say one that you would like. You got one in mind?
No.
You want me to say Goldfinger? Say Goldfinger, because well, that's one you would have watched in the '60s.
Okay, Goldfinger.
All right, ready? All right. So if you had one movie, one Bond movie to watch in this 60-year anniversary of a certain Bond film, what film would that be?
All right, I'll go with Goldfinger.
Why not Goldeneye?
I'll go with Goldeneye.
No.
too.
Yeah, Goldfinger's a good one. Goldfinger's a good one, and totally unprovoked. I mean, now Goldfinger just sprang to mind. Let me ask you a question. Why did that just spring to mind? I mean, you didn't even pause. Why that film? You didn't know I was going to do that. Why that film in particular?
No particular reason.
Just because you like it?
I like them all.
All right. First of all, I want to thank you. I know this was a bite-sized video, and I know these can be emotionally difficult for you. I will tell Danielle to return the medication, number one. And you can sleep soundly tonight because there'll be no retribution. You did a good job, is what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm glad that you thought so.
Yeah. And by the way, your heart rate never got up above 3, which was amazing. Just nothing. You're not in a camp. This is like perfect. It's just a wonderful time. You having a good time?
A wonderful time.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, this has been Mark Hazard, always a crowd favorite. You asked for him. We got him back. And, of course, David Zritsky for the Bond Experience. And we'll see you all real soon. Take care. You all right? You okay with that one?
Yeah.
I think you did better on this one than you did the last one.
Really?
I'm going to take my hand off your shoulder. Don't fall over. You got yourself? All right. I'll remove the wood off of your feet in a second. Yeah, that was good.
It was?
I think it was great.
All right.
I think it was very natural. Yeah. But you're done with it. Oh, someone's going to the bathroom. Good timing. Thanks for watching this episode. If you want to be up on the latest from the Bond Experience, just click on this subscribe and subscribe to our channel. You're going to get all the latest and greatest information, plus some exclusive content. And by the way, speaking of content, here's something especially for you, just because we know you. Talk to you soon.